Good morning. Today's message is my life and my heart. Um, what I believe more than anything is that we were not created to live apart from the love of God, right? And it's only out of a life lived. I didn't know about God's love. I didn't experience God's love in my life. So I lived apart from Him. So I'm searching and striving for love and acceptance apart from God. So I'm going down all these different avenues in my life, searching for that love and acceptance. And yet we are created to come back to the love of the Father. But it's our free will choice to either choose to go that direction or not. So I believe what we are supposed to be as Christians is we're supposed to be rooted and grounded in the love of God, and then being that light wherever we go, right? That's the idea of what it means to be a follower of Him, because He was love. He is love, right? So I'm searching and striving for love and acceptance and complete brokenness in my life. Addiction, women, you name it. I tried to get as much pleasure as I could out of this world. And I was completely broken. Came to that place of saying, God, help me, right? And then coming to a different place of saying, not only God, help me, but God, I'm yours. And in that I started experiencing the fruit of being His, having peace when I never had peace, knowing that I'm loved when I was always searching and striving for that in my life. That's a different place to be. And that's where my heart is in the beginning when I started doing the ministry stuff, I was trying to do it. My heart was for those that had gone down the depraved route, the addiction route, and my heart was for them to become free from that addiction. That's where it all started. And I never, even while I was doing that, I hadn't experienced God's love. I'd never come to that place of, God, I'm yours. I was still trying to incorporate Him in. So as time went on, I ended up going into more brokenness in my life. And then because I went into the kind of trying to get my identity by my good works inside of church, and that was empty also. So my heart opened up for those that have gone into the bondage of religion in their life, and it is not satisfying to the soul. It's only coming back to the love of the Father. We are supposed to stir each other up in love and good works. That's what we're supposed to do as the body, right? But we settle for something so far less. And my heart breaks for those that go to a church service and they hear a message and nothing really transforms about their life. There's nothing really changed. They feel better in the moment, and yet they're missing out on a relationship with their loving Father. That's what it means to be a Christian, is being restored back to that love of God, being restored, that image restored that was lost in the garden. But we can come back at any time, and that's what we're supposed to be doing as Christians, is just sharing the good news that you don't have to live your life apart from that love. You can come back to the love of the Father and be set free from that bondage of self and experience something so beautiful. And that's what I try and do in my life, is just share that good news of what God's done in and through me, experiencing peace in my life where I had no peace, experiencing love and being able to become love rather than just needing love, right? It's beautiful. The gospel is so beautiful and freeing. It's so much more than I'm going to ask Jesus into my heart and I'm going to go to heaven someday. It's a part of it, but it's such a small, it's not a small part, but you can have heaven come into you and live loved. Live your life being loved and being able to love people unconditionally, not from a self-centered point. So that's where my heart is. That's where, my life has led me down a lot of different paths. But my heart is that everybody that watches this will experience God's love in their life. Not religion, but the love of God that'll change them forever. Not trying to just, like a moralistic deism of trying to just behave in a certain way in order to appease a God. It's so much more than that. He is a loving Father and wants you to live in freedom. The law is there so you can live the most joyous life possible, and yet we settle for something less. C.S. Lewis said something like, we settle for playing in the mud pies in the slums when he's got a holiday at the sea for us, something so much more than we can ever imagine. And that is if you are struggling either in religion or you're struggling in brokenness from depravity, go to a service on Easter, plug in, not only say, God help me, but God, I'm yours, and see what God's going to do in and through your life. It's amazing. Surrender your life to God and see the beauty of what he's going to do. He's going to set you free, and you're going to experience his love, and you're going to be able to become love. God bless y'all.